All right, getting started here tonight. Little Sunday stream. Just going to start working on some stuff I've actually been working on today, throughout the day, which includes a map system, a map building system, and endless waves. Lost in Code, how you doing tonight, man? How's your Sunday been? You been lost all day in code? Been helping a friend with Minecraft commands. Nice. What are they running? A Minecraft server or something? Yo, Blaze, how you doing tonight? Had any more pizza this week? Any Little Caesars? You build mini games in Minecraft and always get asked for help. Well, you know, that's just what happens when you're the go-to guy. That's cool, though. What kind of mini games are you building? And Blaze, you watched videos about entitled parents and Karens. That is hilarious. Entitled parents and Karens. There are too many of those running around these days. Oh, nice. You got to 1,000 subs? Congrats. Congrats on the 1K. Anything you can think of. It's pretty awesome. Well, Blaze here does some Minecraft mods himself. Maybe y'all should coordinate on something. We're still stuck in the 310s. Yeah. Well, I mean, aren't we all? Aren't we all just stuck? But I mean, as long as you keep doing what you love doing, the subs will come eventually. Yep. Bedrock. Bedrock. Doing it all on your phone is a bit special. Java is the Minecraft OG, isn't it? Let's see. I was working on some infinite waves here. Almost there. For anyone who's wondering, I've done a couple things this week on this game since the last stream. One of which I'm currently doing is there's a timer going on right now. Every 12 seconds, the next wave is going to automatically spawn. So I'm just testing that out at the moment. And then I should add a visual timer for that as well. So spawn the first one, and then the auto waves will start calling. Yeah, the frames are hanging in there. They still dip a little bit, but they don't get stuck down under about 45. So I can live with these at least. You have to disable achievements for some of those things. Okay, so theoretically what's going to happen next, after this wave goes through, it's going to say you won, or victory, or whatever. Then I should click on Endless right here. And it should have deleted that button. But what I need to do is delete that button and then also add a child variable to the wave array. There we go. Yeah, I saw the keypad with the lockpick upgrade. That's pretty dope. 3. It's -3, -4, 4, 6. Let's see, I'm looking back through the Discord to see what you commented on. Find the code in the level someplace, or get the codebreaker skill. Four, 4, 6. How do you go negative? Is that looking for negatives? Gotcha. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty sharp. Okay, let's do something here. Let's... Yeah, you wanted to make your own version of lockpicking. That'd be pretty cool. And I'm going to set this resource bar to the timer. Hopefully that can visually show the time remaining. I'm glad you're excited. Appreciate the enthusiasm. I'm really pushing myself this month to get this playtest out and going because I'm excited to get some hands and eyes on it as well. So, you know, it's going to be rough around the edges and you know all that, but can't wait myself. I'm putting YouTube kind of on the back burner this month so that I can actually do some development. There were a couple months last year where literally my only days throughout the week that I did development was during live streams once a week, and that's not a lot of time. That's I think it was 8 hours like in October or November, and that's just not a lot of time for dev. Yeah, I'm not burning myself out, which is why I'm putting YouTube a little bit on the back burner, you know, besides doing the lives and a couple of videos here and there, but the pieces are coming together. So, for example, since the last stream, I put together this scene here, and it's not very exciting looking at the moment, but here's what it is. So when you come out of the level, like you complete a level and you get some loot, which we've been looking at loot, you get a scroll, right? And you'll get, let's say you had like 10 scrolls. It will create 10 of them. So I'll click on this button manually at the moment to show you that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so now there are 10 of these items, and I can navigate back through them. And you can see the ID here at the top of the individual scroll. And let me turn on my... So there we go. So what this is this will allow me to take values here, and then the player can implement them or apply them to the next level that they play. So I just have a couple placeholder values here, but it'll be all kinds of things that make it more risk, more reward. And so now that I have these values assigned to global arrays, now I have that mechanism in place. And so it's just a matter of getting all the mechanisms in place, and then syncing them together is going to be relatively quick and easy. So we're really rounding third base here as far as the full vertical slice. Oliode. All right. Oh yeah, so the value. So let's do recurring scene updates. We're going to say I guess every 1 second will be fine. Bar value is assigned. How do we do this? Need to get a timer value in here. I'm not sure. Timer elapsed time. Let me double check something here. Inspiration to make a tower defense game with random generated levels. That would be pretty cool. These are obviously all handcrafted, but randomly generated would be a whole different approach. I love tower defense games. Trying to figure out if I can use a timer as a value. If I can use a timer's current value as an argument. If not, I know of a workaround, but this seems the easier way to approach this. One second. One video had 200,000 views, but you had a mental breakdown and deleted all of your videos. Oh man, that sucks, but it's awesome that you got so many views. But you know, if you have people who follow what you do, I'm sure they stick around and come back, get some recurring I can't even talk tonight. Get some recurring viewers, and that's pretty valuable. So what I'm looking for in this particular case is very simple. I'm just trying to apply a timer's value to a status bar. Thanks for the hearts. So I added this value, or rather this resource bar up here on the right. And I'm just trying to have that reflect the timer. So it's going to reflect my wave interval timer. That's all I'm doing. So that's what I'm looking up. I'm not seeing exactly what I need, but I do see this timer elapsed time. So let me get the timer name and see if that does what I think it might do. Timer wave interval, that's what I need. I have no idea what this will do, if anything. Some of your viewers come from Brazil. Okay, it looks like the timer bar is going up. So if that's accurate, when it reaches the top, when it reaches the right, it will spawn the next wave. Boom. Look at that. I love gdevelop. Things are so easy. I need to put that on the UI layer, though. And I guess I can move this resource bar, or rather this slider down here. I have so many goofy looking placeholder gdevelop store UI options. It looks so funny. I'm also realizing there's a little bit cut off here in OBS, which is not ideal. Now y'all can see a little bit more. The game speeding wall in Roblox. You got a lot of viewers from that. Nice. So Lost in Code, when did you start? I mean, I assume you've always been kind of like into the gaming and game building, but when did you start your YouTube channel for that? And you decided to make your stick figure blades record your videos? Nice. 2020. Let me follow up that question. Were you nervous to get started? Because for a lot of people, putting themselves out there in any way is nerve-wracking. And right here, we can see that the timer is continuing to count up here in endless mode, but I need to start adding the number of enemies to spawn next because it doesn't have a value for that. So let's add something to the array. Did videos from 20 to 21, took a break. Yeah, I bet. Well, I mean, kudos to you for doing that anyway. It's probably nerve-wracking for most people, but especially those who deal with high anxiety. But you did it anyway, so congrats. Yeah, the more subs, the more confidence. What do you mean so British? I mean, I'm not sure. Honestly, Lost in Code, I haven't watched your videos. Let me see here. I'm pretty preoccupied with just my daily life, but let me check this out. Should have looked you up earlier. I usually look up new subs since my channel is small enough, but I don't think I've actually gone to your videos. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, you're just starting again. It's all good. But yeah, you do have the subs. Hopefully they come back now that you're starting up again. Glad to see you're back in action. But I was just laughing at Blaze saying you're so British. I was wondering, are you like eating your biscuits and having your English breakfast tea or something? Very nice. I'm going to add a variable here. This is going to be a really long, funny name, but I'm going to call it number of enemies and the next wave endless. Actually, let me tweak that a little bit. It's going to be the base number Yeah, Lost in Code's been around. He's seen a thing or two. right, so right here, if either the button is clicked or the timer goes off, I'm going to... So I don't think I need this. Don't think I need that. What I do need is to check a Boolean value. So variable endless mode. If endless mode is true, then we're going to modify a variable. And I guess I'm going to set that to, like, I don't know, increment by 5, something like that. And I should probably give it a starting value up top as well. You were the only YouTuber you could find with a command tutorial for capture the flag. Dude, if you can hit those niche topics that are not covered and not oversaturated. Later, Blaze. If you can find those niche categories, that's what will provide a lot of value to the viewers. At least that's what they say. I haven't quite done that, but lots of value to be had there. So that's pretty awesome. The featured channels are the friends we made along the way. Speeding Wall and CTF was your most viewed. Nice. They say to double down, as long as you enjoy doing it, then the ones that really bring in the views, they say to double down on those. So I don't know if you're gonna make more of that, or if you feel like it's been done too many times or what. But honestly, it seems like even if something's been done before, some people, it seems like people are attracted to personalities, right? So however it is that you present your content, if people enjoy that that content, then it's because they've come to expect a certain level of quality from you. They know your style, and so even if something's been presented by someone else, they might prefer to just have it simply presented by you anyway. And your mini games were different and easier to follow. And you remade Splatoon and Minecraft? Nice. When did you start doing Minecraft mods? Next, I'm going to put this variable into the array. So we need to do wave array. Or rather, we need to insert variable at the array to insert variable in is wave array. The index is going to be wave count, I think. Let's see, what was it? Should be wave count. The variable I need is this one. Oops. Double check something here. You just use commands, so it's all vanilla, but you would say about 2 months before your first video. Nice. And you're asking, does it need the quotations? Let me check. See, actually, that part... Hold on, why is this gone? That part's fine. This is the part I need. At the index. No, it doesn't like the quotations. Oh, okay. I was treating it like in raw code when you need to put the brackets, but it didn't want the brackets. So, okay. That might be it. Change the variable, put the variable in there at that wave count index. Let's see if that runs. Sorted. Oh, one other thing I want to do real quick. What is... Are you saying that the array is sorted? Yeah, I'll be adding the option to call the next wave early. In fact, you can currently call the next wave early. I just haven't put in any kind of reward for that. But that'll be easy peasy. I just wanted to put in a quick thing here. Let's say maybe a slider. Tell you what, let's duplicate this other slider I have. Something like that. You have too many accounts, bro. But welcome to the stream. Yeah, Travis, man, looks like you've got the color-coded continents going on, and you have a new biome classification system with elevation determined by brightness. Looks pretty cool. Is this still in default? And welcome back, Blaze. You're home alone and remembered your mom told you to be on your phone in case of anything. So here you are again. Well, if you're home alone, you've got to set out like little Hot Wheel cars on the floor. You got to get some paint cans swinging over the staircase, and you need your BB gun. What's my most memorable tower defense game? What is my most memorable tower defense game? Not necessarily my favorite. I mean, memorable for me, like Bloons tower defense is really memorable because it's so goofy. It's monkeys throwing stuff at balloons. So, and I played that one quite a bit as a kid. Yeah, not my favorite, but pretty good and very memorable for me. But then also the Gemcraft series, which contains one of my favorites, is memorable as well because I played that when it was still as a Flash game. Now it's on Steam. You're using GameMaker now to read the DAT files, which is crucial for how you want the game to work. Right on. Well, do you think that your work in Default has at least helped you with the sort of mental framework you need in order to really hit the ground running now. I have not played Anomaly Warzone. Is that one good? And yeah, Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. That's kind of that's the GOAT to me as well, Travis. And a huge inspiration for this one. But appreciate the vote of confidence as well. Yeah, keep that phone charged, bro. You're home alone. You're gonna need it. It's a reverse tower defense game. Sweet. Well, later, Blaze. Reverse tower defense games are interesting. I played a little indie one on Steam recently, and it was a lot of fun. Anomaly Warzone. Nice. That looks pretty dope. So right now I'm gonna see if well, I forgot to fix or finish adding in the game speed adjustment here. Let's let this run its course. One more wave, 2 more waves, and see if they start spawning the endless waves. So if it spawns wave 7 and up, then we're into endless. Yeah, you contributed art to the game. Oops. Hey, man, I appreciate it. And honestly, all of you guys here, you're my OG followers. So I appreciate all the support and hanging out, listening to your ideas, and the art, of course. All right, looks like we're into endless. Big waves coming, big waves. So that bar up top is going to wait until it's not currently spawning, and then it's going to start spawning the next wave. So that... yeah, I think the wave interval is going to have to be a little bit bigger to even fit the number of enemies in without just spawning them all literally on top of each other. But now that I have the mechanism in place, I can tweak the numbers. Yeah, the fonts are really important for sure. And it turns out the text objects were actually part of the major... they were like the main contributing factor to my low FPS recently. I took off the effects on the text, but what I may end up doing, at least for, maybe not for the data text, but for like menus and buttons, I think I'm going to actually create handwritten fonts. That way I have something unique. So it'll be handwritten fonts for like the cover art, and then I would use that in-game as well. That's what I'm thinking. Enemy distance from spawn starts... enemy distance from spawn starts next wave countdown. Yeah, that might be good. Because right now it's just currently the... whether they're currently spawning. So, tell you what, to help with the testing, let me fix the speed issue here. So we want... what was it? Time scale, that's what I'm looking for. So we can adjust the game speed now. Let's see if that works. Oh, and before I do that, make sure I set that slider on the UI layer. That way we can speed things up, hopefully. You always use chicken font in your games lately. No idea why. It's just different, you guess. Nice. Okay, we can at least go 3 times as fast now, which will be a permanent feature in the game. Zoom. All right, yeah, let's try your idea. So I think what I'll do, you just shared your games logo. Nice. Farmelia, Legend of the Holy Sword. Sci-fi disguised as a fantasy. Nice. Yeah, it looks very solid. I think what I'm gonna do is, let me go to the spawning section, and that is the wrong scene. Yeah, the second text came through a bit tough. I just chalked that up to the quality loss from the image sharing, but hopefully it's better in the final one. So if one of these conditions is true, click the button. Yeah, it depends on the background for sure. Well, Austin Code, I was thinking, you said you're just starting up your YouTube again. If you, anytime you have a new video, feel free to drop the link in our Share Your Work channel in the Discord. That's what it's there for everyone's, you can self-promote basically to our little community, and we can go out there and check it out. All right, so right here, I'll do, if the variable is spawning is true, the number of scene variable enemy spawn count is equal to 0, so it's done spawning enemies. It changes its spawning to false. Then I think I want to start like a timer here. Start a scene timer. We'll call it I feel like I'm doing this a couple different ways, but let's just try. That, and then we'll do oh, that's some garbage there. Actually, I don't think I need that. I think I have what I need already. So let me go back down. You have 3 you need to record, but your anxiety is kicking you in the butt right now. Ah. Sucks, man. You got it, though. Some people just live by the, as long as you have no zero-sum days, right? So if you can, even if you don't finish a whole recording, if you can at least do something for the script or do something for the prep or something for the editing, then at least you will have made some progress. So maybe if you can at least do that, yeah, you'll still get those things released at some point. Let's see if this does what I'm trying to do. Yeah, for sure. Helping other people definitely can help yourself. It feels good to help other people. And then also you, or at least I learn a lot by helping other people too. Okay, so now it's pausing the timer until they've all spawned at least, and then this 12-second timer will start after they've all finished spawning. So I think this is going to be a better system. So they're spawning and it's holding off until they all come out. Then it starts over. That seems a little more standard to me. Go into endless mode. What's making a bunch up? The green stuff that they drop on the ground is part of their special ability, which is a speed buff for any of the enemies that are on top of that green junk. So it applies to themselves and to any nearby enemies. So at the moment, they're all the same type of enemy, just because I'm not testing multiples at the same time. But let's say you have like even a slow guy. Like maybe instead of these toxic enemies, you have like a shielder who is generally slower. Even if he's on the green, he's going to speed up too. You're currently remaking the logo, a puppy version. Nice. All right, well, this is working as intended. It needs some balance, but it's working. So, let me think. Part of that end scene is going to be like showing all the stats, how many enemies you killed, that kind of thing. And I wrote some stuff down here in a notebook, a physical notebook. And I want to put some of these into the game as well. Lost in Code, is your vision like, and you don't have to share if you're not comfortable sharing. I'm just curious. Is it like blurry vision or is it like a color situation? Because I often think about that when it comes to accessibility for the game. Blurry and also overexposure. Oh man. sounds rough. Gotcha. So it would help you if things were less contrast and more, well, I guess lower contrast, right? Yeah, that makes sense, because lights at night are extremely high contrast. Super bright value against a dark background. Let's test out this old tower again. See, these shots up here are struggling for range because of the time to live, but once they're upgraded, they could go further across the scene. Yeah, I still have your font as well, Blaze. Obviously, this amount of loot is going to be more like endgame stuff, not like... Like, that's a lot of scrolls I just got. Yeah, you think that's fine as an upgrade option? Well, the frames aren't too happy about the fire particles, that's for sure. Otherwise, tower level 1 would be too good. Yeah, it's like striking that balance between making it feel fun, even early on, versus having enough room for progression. So, because the way it currently is with this time to live thing, they're pretty effective just the way they are. And honestly, I'm not sure. There might have been a bug because they're going across the scene now, but so that's something to look into. But the You know, the effectiveness is still there. They still home. They track the enemies, which is good. But if they live longer, they could stick around and maybe find another enemy once their original target goes away. A lot of scroll objects will kill the FPS. And what font did I use for the victory thing? That was just a that's just a sprite. It's not really even a font. I just hand you it in a sprite in the pixel editor. Yeah, I have your font here somewhere. I think I tried to put it into gdevelop. I don't think I was very happy about it. I could try it again, though. Yeah, I could try distance to the scroll instead. That might be better. And then it might collect more of them more quickly. Travis says, here we go, much clearer version of it. Alright, I agree it looks clearer. Let's see what Lost thinks. What do we think? X instances of scroll on screen, pick random scroll and collect. Yeah, I could do that. In fact, I was thinking about doing something like that for sort of culling the visibility of enemies as well. Because if I have like hundreds of enemies on the scene, I think I'm going to need some sort of a culling effect where I hide X number of them after, or after, you know, after a certain amount are displayed. But haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, it looks good, Travis. Very sharp. Hey Blaze, do you still have that font file by chance? I forgot the name of it. I'm looking. You said you had the handwritten font that you sent me, but I lost the file to it. Because I had tried to put it into the game to test it out, but I ran into a bug. Let's see here. Okay, handwrite regular. I got it to work this time, so let's see. Put that up on the UI layer. The Donkey Kong soundtrack, yeah. That's coming from the, I had it playing chiptunes. Now it's playing Aquatic Ambience 8-bit playlist. There it is. There's his handwritten font. Ouch. Whoa. Interesting. That was weird. Yeah. I mean, Blaze, you mind if I drop that in the group, the group chat there? I'm sure he won't mind, but I'll wait for him to confirm. If Blaze minds sharing the font, I can drop it over in the group chat. Alright. I'm not going to stream a whole lot longer just because it's a Sunday night, but I'm going to try to do maybe just one more thing. Maybe I'll do the scroll culling, like you said. There's a heavenly version of that aquatic ambient song made by 8-bit Big Band. Nice. A website that provided you the means to make free fonts with your handwriting, now suddenly hidden behind a paywall. Yeah. Figures. But I'd started making one the other day, and I think the free version allowed you to make letters A through Z, but you couldn't do any specials without paying. So that was their paywall. So I did some practice myself, but yeah, it looks like if I do this, I'm going to have to pay. But if it's not too much, then I guess, you know, as like a unique touch to the game, if I'm happy with the game, then as a little unique touch, it's not too bad of a sacrifice. All right, one sec. Let me put this font here. All right, I dropped that in the chat. Okay, here, I'm gonna do this. The last thing I'll do before I end the stream for tonight, I'm gonna work on this little scene here. So as an example of how this could end up looking, it's actually really hard to see at the moment, but let me tweak this a little bit. 1 and 3, 1 and 3. One and 3 and 1 and 3. All right. In fact, I think I prefer the glow, so maybe I'll tweak these. So that should be green. And blue. Okay. Yeah, for sure, the glow. Let's see, actually that needs to have... You should be disabling that. You wonder if you should make this planet generator system into an app. Yeah, there might be a use case for that. And right here, based on the rarity, the color will change. So it's just another little visual indicator. I can make it more or less visible. Probably more visible. But I'll deal with that specifically once I finish the art. This is just placeholder. But I can now navigate through the collected art, or rather the collected scrolls, or whatever, you know, whether it's a scroll or a fragment or a stone tablet or whatever. And then these are going to be synced up with a global variable, which will then be updated into the scene once that begins. So, for example, increased damage taken by the base will be one of the stats. Have a good night, Blaze. Thanks for hopping on. We'll see you next time. All right, gents, I think I'm at a good stopping point for now. But what I have in mind is I've got a handful of these. Okay, I can't see this at all, but it's a handful of things that are going to go on this scroll here. Things that will add risk and reward to the game to allow the players to customize that experience. So what I'm going to do is kind of fine tune that hopefully throughout the week, and then if not sooner, then by Thursday for the regular stream, we can have a lot of fun playing around with that, seeing what the levels look like with that risk reward implemented. And yeah, so yeah, Lost in Code, Travis, everyone, thanks for hopping on, and y'all have a great start to your week. So I'll talk to you next time.